Don't you just love it when history repeats itself? Now when it comes down to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, many people were very disappointed by the game, and understandably so. Because while the game itself was fairly enjoyable for what it was, the game ultimately lacked in presentation such as characters, graphics, stages, and above all else just content in general. And it is no secret that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has left a lot of people pretty disappointed. And even when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite started to get promising again with some of the DLC characters and whatnot, the game has pretty much remained dormant for many months now. To which many people have been wondering what's even going to happen with this game, and it does appear that we might have the answer, because just recently there is this anonymous leak in that we could potentially see a brand new version of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And before we go any further, I do want to stress that this is just rumours and speculations at this point, so please take this with a huge grain of salt. Now like I said, this came from an anonymous leak, and I will link this in the description down below for anyone to check out. But to paraphrase this paragraph, it does appear that the new version of Infinite will in fact be known as Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Uncanny Edition. And that this time around, Capcom will have the most creative control. Mainly because Marvel wanted to rush them and try to make it more closer to the MCU, so that way the game could be released in time for Avengers Infinity War. But essentially Capcom are trying to improve on the art, the graphics, the music, and even the roster, and will even include some fan favourites like the X-Men characters. But not only that, the actual game itself will be revealed during the SFV Grand Finals, which I do believe is during the Evo, and that this version of Infinite will have more of a budget and will have a lot more development time, which is something that everyone really wanted from this game from the very beginning. And as for the new inclusions to this new roster, for the Marvel side we're going to get Wolverine, Magneto, Doctor Doom, Deadpool, Gambit, Psylocke, Sentinel, Storm, Shumagorath, Cable, Dr. Octopus, Super Skrull, and finally the Juggernaut. And as for the Capcom side, we're gonna get Akuma, Ruby Heart, and Mingo, Jill Valentine, Virgil, Wesker, Leon, Jin, Captain Commando, Jean, Felicia, Asura, Beautiful Cho, and finally Amaterasu. And if anyone's wondering on why there is one extra Capcom character this time around, it's mainly because the last version of Infinite had one extra Marvel character. And so with all of these new characters alongside those from the initial roster, it will make it all the more balanced. Now if these leaks are to be true and that this is going to be the final roster for the Uncanny Edition, then I think everyone is going to be really satisfied with this brand new roster, because they're bringing back such characters like the X-Men and even Doctor Doom, who are fan favourites. And even then, there's a fair few new characters that we have yet to see, like Asura and even Dr. Octopus. So it's not like this new roster is lacking on any brand new characters either. And the way I see it, this is the best of both worlds. But from what's been mentioned from this leak, it does appear that Capcom are going to be treating this new version of Infinite as its own separate thing, as opposed to treating it as just another re-release. Because it's going to have more characters, more stages, and it's even going to have a higher budget. But given how Capcom always enjoys making updated versions of each fighting game, this doesn't seem too far-fetched to me. But at the same time, this sounds almost too good to be true, but I suppose we just have to wait and see if this is actually going to be legit. So how do you feel about a potential release of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Uncanny Edition? Is this finally the Marvel vs. Capcom game that you've been waiting for, or did the original Infinite leave a sour taste in your mouth? Comment below and share some thoughts, and as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.